Hello. Today we have with us Dr. Mihai Nadin from the University of Texas, Dallas, who is a professor there in an area that I find fascinating. The name of his institute is the Ante Institute. Ante meaning what, Dr. Nadin?
Ante meaning something that happens before, and the name of the institute is Institute for Research in Anticipatory Systems.
Anticipatory systems, knowing what's going to happen before it happens.
Correct.
How do you analyze that?
You don't analyze. We are all involved in our life in anticipating. And sometimes we are successful, and other times we are not successful. But anticipation is a feature of our evolutionary condition. Those who had the best anticipation survived. The others had problems.
How do we... You seem to be organizing our use of that, though, our use of that skill. You mentioned in one lecture that I was lucky enough to hear, your use of that in organizing an automobile.
Yes, I'm not so much organizing it as I'm trying to look at how anticipation as a characteristic of the living can be better understood and then emulated in some of the machines that we are using today. So it's not so much that I'm looking at an automobile that is going to be living, rather an automobile that will better support the interaction between the person who is driving it and the machine supposed to take us where we want to go. That's when I introduced this notion of the aging car. The aging car is a car that learns from the driver what the driver is no longer very good at and starts helping the driver, compensating for the driver. If you don't see too well at night, the car will know that you don't see too well at night and will start compensating for this lack of very good, perfect vision.
So you're talking a great deal of automation.
I'm talking about a new form of automation in which I do no longer make the distinction between the machine to be automated and the human being. I'm trying to integrate the two. The living brings actually the anticipation with him or with her, and the car is able to take advantage of the information that the living brings in this interaction.
That's amazing. It sounds awfully complex.
The living is a very complex thing, as opposed to machines that are, no matter how complicated they appear to us at any moment in time, they are not very complex. Mm-hmm. The living is very complex from the monocell, the simplest existing entity, living entity. Mm-hmm. Never mind the human being, we have a level of complexity that is by many, many orders of magnitude higher than the complexity of the machines that we build.